I have something in my way on my computer. Oh, there you are. I was just about to text you. I've been worried. Like, I had the same thing when I first started having, when Linux first started following me. I would worry when she wasn't there, and then I would worry over random little things. And then I realized that I didn't have to worry about that. But you and I are, in case anybody who's watching hasn't figured this out yet, we're dating, and Earth has been kind of quiet, and I don't know if I'm smothering him, which seems weird because I'm usually very, like, offhands person. Like, I might not talk to somebody for like an entire month, or in some cases, a couple of years, but I'd still think of them as my friend. I just don't know when it's the right time to reach out to people. What's the right time to call somebody? When, like, what if I get the urge to call somebody on my lunch, which now is at random times, and I call them and they can't answer, or they don't answer, or it's not a good time. And then I don't think about them for a long time. I'm an overthinker. Has anybody noticed that about me? I overthink things. Yeah, I overthink things. So anyways, thank you for being here, Darth. I appreciate it. And I still really want to give you a hug, because I still feel like you need it. Yes, overthinking anxiety thoughts. Okay. So I just showed off all of the jars. I'm sure people will see them as we're doing stuff. Because I have to get treats, and there are a whole bunch of them down here. So we restocked today. All right. I would send the picture, but everything's a mess. No, we're not playing Blood Omen. I promise. Not yet. After this. And then we will probably play Slow Reaver. It's a puppy dog. You are early. It is not treats time. Do you want a treat? You want to come and get a treat? You gotta show me you are ready. Yeah? Okay, I guess we're going to have a treat time. Not like a full-on treat time. And yes, we are back to no treats for the mods. Or from the mods. Like, this is, oops. Might help if I turn the lights back up. This is a collection of the large treats. Now you can have this guy. She dropped it. I thought she had it. You see all those white lids down there? They all have treats in them. So there's the blue lid. The blue lid is the livers. Okay, that's it. It's not treats time. You're early. He was an early pup. I love how they say chambers. I said rooms last night. It's a chamber with a patio. I pushed the wrong button. I was playing a little bit of Blood Omen today. I will start over. We've already technically played it on stream, just not on a PlayStation. Because when it came out on GOG, I bought it on GOG. Okay, Otto's got something for us.
Have you finished sorting those reports yet?
Finished? I ain't started. Been busy enough with my own work.
You're pulling my leg, aren't you? Otto's gonna skin me alive.
Yes. Yes, he is. Okay, Vivian.
And how may I assist you today?
By not existing. No.
How may I help you today?
This is the main way that things differ for...
I have the details here.
Vivian versus Hippocrates. You can see how people connect to each other here. And honestly, you can probably see more people here than you're supposed to, so we're gonna leave.
The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Because that's all filled out, because I already played the whole game a bunch of times.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip round the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Sorry, positioning my little T-Sand. Oh, hey, it's a Steiner! Hey, Steiner! Welcome back.
Steiner CS just sub before months. Cool face.
Oh, God. Well, I'm just glad everybody's here. I don't know. I'm having those weird anxiety thoughts again, and they're not productive. They're very non-productive. Are these guys still not ready yet? These guys are still not ready yet. No, of course she hasn't finished sorting them. She hasn't finished her work. Why would she finish your work? Oh, I had fun today at work. I got called on to phones. But not during the big thing that happened in the morning, because I wasn't in yet. I didn't start until 8, and by then it was already done. Just to clear your little thing that said that you had a thing. And nobody has... There's nothing. I didn't clear the little thing that said you have a thing. I'm sorry, Blackthorn.
Clive. So, what it be?
Now is it gone? Yes. Okay. I am the mistress of ignoring Jill. She was up there.
If you need volunteers, just say the word. I dab hand when it comes to the old fisticuffs.
Of course.
How does one fix sticky notes? I mean, that's like one of those things that just works.
Martha is a survivor. We'll find her.
Really, Jill? That's all you've got to say. Okay. I did my first RTQ ticket for the New York team, using the new process. Please note, I'm trying to be non-specific as to the team's name, just that they are in New York. Ugh.
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry'll keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon or so. Assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Did he just refer to his ship as a he? Ships are she. Ask any naval person. They are a she. So is the ocean.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
That's the only side quest available out here. That's amazing. Okay. We have side quest here, and then we go to Martha's Rest, and then we can go and turn things in. Oh, my back. The back. I'm actually very tempted to take a muscle relaxer, but the last time I did, I fell asleep really hard.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. Trees don't have teeth.
Over here! All yours, Torgal.
I just noticed the name of the quest. The name of the quest is Cock and Ball.
Over here!
You can't see it because my head is over top of it.
You're finished.
But it's cock like ceiling cock, and ball like BAWL.
I can't imagine Obelisk needing any more than this. Time to head home.
No, we are not heading home right now. Jill, you take too long to kill things. Yeah, we killed the other one, huh?
This one. It's over.
Yes, yes it is. It is over. Something I'll say for this game, if you're playing this for the first time, I really recommend going through and elfing all of the corners. I also recommend using the timely accessories. They will help you a lot. They're the whole reason why I actually remember to do things like using my magic skills, because I would totally forget. And then fights would take me forever. And that would be sad. Although I think...
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Fucking Imperials. If they hurt Martha, they'll have the old rest to answer to.
I think that the timely accessories were from pre-ordering. Timely Strikes basically does it all. So I think that's the only one I'm using anymore. You know what? I don't need this one. I am max level. I can't get any higher of a level. Give me a second. I'm just running through and marking everything as... Reflection of Fire Phoenix Shift. That's the sprint forward thing, right? I mean, that would be nice. Okay, yep. Found one. Okay.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
I think that's the first time I can actually remember hearing that part.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Fetch!
Most of the time that sounds like young Clive and not 33-year-old Clive.
Look. Up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then, they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Sorry, back is hurting. Was going to try to find my
Black Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
It seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Can't find the muscle relaxers, which is fine. I probably shouldn't take a muscle relaxer. At least not on a weekday. So instead, we'll take some ibuprofen. They're liquid gel. They should hopefully kick in pretty quick, although I will admit a muscle relaxer would probably work better, considering that it seems to be spasms. Oh, we got the chocobos.
Over here! Get him!
Easy.
How many people here have played Final Fantasy 15? curious. Yeah? All right, give me a second. Did you fight the giant mountain-sized tortoise? What the?
We're not alone.
I went the wrong way to try and do that. So it's not named the same thing. Well, no, wait, it is named the same thing. It's not as big. Rosaria has these rather large tortoises. They're not like the size of a mountain or anything. There it is. See if I can get by here without getting caught in the fight.
Company.
You can't really attack these guys from anywhere but their head, either. Hot dang. Ah, we accidentally got these guys involved. The worst part about fighting those tortoises is that if you accidentally wander so far away that they reset and you almost finished killing them, you have to redo the whole fight. It's annoying. Oh, oops. I wasn't actually looking for you. You hurt Torgal! Not polite to beat up on puppies. I'm already liking this new accessory. I think I got that in the expansion somewhere. Well, so things are basically dead if I get them to stagger now.
I was on my way to the Abbey minding my own business when a gang of screaming loons came charging out the garrison and chucked my stuff all over the place. Until I get it all picked up, no one's crossing the bridge. If you're going the same way I was, you'd be better off going back by Martha's than round the other side.
Nope, we're not trying to level up. We don't need to go kill the crab. Martha has gone off.
Careful.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
Claiming to be shields is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
No, it won't. No, he's not gonna stay down. That wasn't the final strike. That was.
Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead.
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Matt to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
You sure about that, Clive?
He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Riddick's Jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
And we get another punch to the emotional gut. Where's the other one?
All yours, Torgal! This one. Get him!
Uh-oh. It's Ed time, apparently. I don't always notice when the ads go up, but... Oh. Hey, it's a bounty. We haven't even learned about bounties yet. That's okay, we can still do one.
Do you think it's spotted us, Torgal?
Oh, hey! Yes, you are correct.
Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
Let me finish this fight, and then we will do some TREATSs. Actually, as long as I'm doing this.
Get him! Sick him!
that was faster than I expected. I mean, I was expecting fast, but not that fast. Ta-da!
You didn't see that coming.
Oh, now you come. You go get over here and show us you are ready for treats? You want some of you already? Puppy, where did you go? Come here, show us you are ready. You don't want pets? No pets? I'm gonna pet you? Baby. Dude, this thing is really heavy. Have this one when I was getting more. Soda. She's trying to be picky. You eat it at all? Everything's got shiny new jars. I just gotta be picky. I don't want the char. But I had suddenly decided she does not like fishes. Apparently fish flavored shit isn't good unless it's actual fish. You want one more? You have a piece of liver too. The liver's the only one that's still in a really old container. Hey, well, not the only one, but it's one of the only. You. Have a runny nose. All right.
That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
We can do that. I would say that Jill's hairstyle is impractical.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
Why does she sound like Nick Knight?
You couldn't have known.
But I did.
What's my
and
fault?
I turned a
It's all
deaf
my
ear
fault.
to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumours started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Ooh, there is a side quest.
Try not to move. You'll only make it worse.
Oi! You there! Don't just pass me by! You handy with that sword of yours? Course
No.
you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? 'Cause a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos? Fighting bandits?
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now they're back, looking to settle the score. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
All right.
Don't make
There's
that
a
face,
good
Clive.
lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
Time to go and save some Bokichos.
White Hart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way.
Unless your dad was riding Ambrosia. Didn't your dad also have a white chocobo?
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
Nope.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon
Birds that
someone will
size, super
pay
dangerous.
good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
Yeah, how about I hurt you?
But don't say I didn't warn you.
Anybody say, oh, more.
Enough.
All yours, Torgal.
For a half a second, I thought I died.
You're safe now. White Hart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
Twice.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are. Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
That was close.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
On my previous playthroughs, it wasn't all that important to me that I used the chocobos because I wanted to kill everything on the map to level. But now...
Good girl.
Now I kind of want to run through things and not have to fight things as often. I'm more concerned with going through and playing the story so that you guys can see the story. I'm just riding the chocobo because I can now. No
need to write
prompto
from here.
singing. I wonder if I'm going to have to find a clip of that.
Try not to move. You'll only make it worse.
Oh, dude, the story in this game is so good. And I feel like a lot of hardcore Final Fantasy people didn't like it because it
Now, where's Gav?
it doesn't have Biggs and Wedge. It didn't have Tonberries or Cactars. It didn't have a lot of the elements that people think make a Final Fantasy. The thing that makes a Final Fantasy is the story. They all tell such wonderful stories. That I mean, sure, there are other key elements that go with them, but the story is the more important and worthier part. At least in my opinion. I have had a few friends of mine tell me that they don't like the full-on adventure-style active combat system either.
Well, did you find me some wax?
Nope,
Find
no
is
wax.
one way of putting it.
I killed a lot of plants. Not that many.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. Well, I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Darth is one,
Same as the
yes.
old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
My southern sister's new husband had a similar thought. He also didn't much care for 15.
Gav should be back by now.
And what if he isn't?
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
I enjoyed 15. We played through it on stream twice. We only kept one, though. Alright. Ambrosia. Should we wear this outfit, her original outfit? Or this outfit? I actually kind of like the act. Well, I mean, they're both good, but this one's just super regal and like it looks like she's ready for battle. Even though she, I mean, like you can get a couple of good kicks in with her, but it's just easier to hop off of her and fight. It's 100% cosmetic. Like there's no bonuses or anything for it. Same with Jill. It's just the way she looks. Same with me. I think we're gonna go with gold, unless somebody's going to complain about it. Complain about it and see how I feel. No, I'm kidding. Gav!
But none of the curse breakers ever returned.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first.
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait. Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
It amuses me that for the most part the adults can't see Nectar.
What are we waiting for indeed?
What are we waiting for? We're waiting for me to go and kill some bounties and do some side quests. Because they're fun.
So Mather's all right. Yep.
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know? Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
I'm pretty sure that eventually I'm going to have to actually talk to him about things, because that's how you get some of that, but...
How are you doing? Here you go.
Nothing.
Enough? Oh, Clive. Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh, no. That's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any? Come to claim your just desserts? Here you are. All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.
I already took care of him. Clearview and Sunbrook. Broken Health and Rosaria. There's no need to, like, rush on those, so I'm not going to worry about them at the moment. They can build up for a while. I don't feel like pulling out the where to find them.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
There's always trouble in Rosaria.
You think it's alright to touch him?
Pet him!
No. You go first.
I think if Torgal was a real dog, he would be licking their faces and killing them with love. He is absolutely a Coda-style puppy. There you are.
It won't be long now, Martel. They'll try your apples soon enough. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
We'll do this really quick and then we'll go and talk to our uncle.
It's not the ether.
Also, as we're going through, take note of the way this area looks, because this area will change. So right now it's kind of Not horribly green. I mean, it's green. It's just not very green.
It smells like a still. It would explain Blackson's foul mood. That broom's as ragged as goat.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Others weren't so lucky, though.
Them old apples
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab 'em right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Them old
I hear there's trouble in Rosemary.
The Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Growing apples is a weird thing. So, most of the apples that we eat are actually... You take an apple tree, you find a tree with fruit you like, don't plant the seeds, you graft a branch onto a different apple tree.
It's not the ether.
Just because you plant a daughter fruit does not mean that the tree will be as that the tree's fruit will, or the next tree's fruit will be as sweet. Oh, wait, before we go. The fact that Jill is writing a letter anyways is redonkulous. Yay. Also, we have new stuff over here. So there's the oath. We remember that. Right? And we got some Martell apples. And we also have Ambrosia's tack. Yay! I know, it's sweet. It's cute. Oh, excuse me. Is there anything else? No, there is not. Really? Is that all the farther we're going? That's not Port of Zold. We'll have treat time after this.
Wise to leave, Gav. He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Can I run now?
Faster!
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! They'll think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from
I forgot
the ashes
that we were going to do a thing.
to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
That was not morbid at all. Hola! Paperladura! Para la puchadu! Hi, Puppy da Duda! Is you going to show us you are ready for treats? It's Miss Dum Dum home. Right. Really, that's how we're gonna do things. It is. There's a lot of treats. You don't want to know how often I end up out of treats. She took that one without even thinking about it. Apparently, we have to think about taking char, but not peanut butter. Double head? Yeah. I'm just piling toys on her. Did your mama pile on to toys? What happened? your mama put all the choices on you? Yeah? Oh, it's... By the way, there are 8 of those containers. 2 of them are filled up with the bones, and the rest are full of all the other treats. I still actually have 1 bag of treats that are not in a jar. Although I have another, I have a cherry jar that I can put those in. And then I have all of her, like her dentistic chew things in one too. I forgot where I put the control. Ugh.
You're a long way from home, aren't you?
No.
Fare you well?
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions? 100?
We're going hunting for outlaws.
Right, there is another person to talk to, but I don't remember where they are. Oh, they'll get marked, so I'm not, like, worried.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think they was the Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harbouring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know.
How'd you get it?
But we need to find out.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed her gates to all but the Highborn, and now a great camp sprung up along the walls. What did those knights want, Father?
I told you to stay in the house. Go on.
Run along now, before one of the boys starts thinking you're something you're not.
A bearer? Because I'm a dominant.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing Those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Come on. This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the apothecary, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it. Thanks, girl.
That's right. Use fire on the bombs. Hey, so it doesn't matter. We killed them.
More of my mother's men.
Company, bow to your betters.
If I don't want to bow to my betters, I don't think you're my betters.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria.
Now, Torgal! All yours, Torgal!
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
Oh, that's right, we're in a
The Black
town.
Shields have made it this far south. They may already be in Port Isolde.
I swear, I remember there being a chest over here. That's okay. We don't need a chest. There's a bluebird over there.
Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Bluebird. They technically are, what's the word?
No need to ride from here.
Combative.
Didn't happen to come by way of Old Hill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hush now. You didn't hear nothing.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed! Begone!
We won't survive another night.
How am I to
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
No use calling Ambrosia now.
Why not?
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
I'm trying to think. Can I get away with not fighting anything over here? Probably.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving!
Have mercy.
Voice-rinsed dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
Oh, get enough for
Fuck off.
Hang the chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all.
I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your
sties. Cut you down where you stand.
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for. Now we know why the refugees didn't come here.
Keep looking then.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
You can hear flies buzzing around.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out. Or not.
Kill!
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
They shared one battle together. Okay, maybe two if you count Phoenix Gate.
We can speak inside.
Are we going to talk about all the other people I just killed? Or beat to near bloody pulps?
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
In the flesh.
Yes.
Saw him.
What is it you require?
It has been an honor.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge, and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
I found the muscle relaxer. And then I dropped the whole bottle
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
after I closed it again.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention.
Everybody gets chocobo.
Ever since.
And considering the spasms going on in my right hand side of my back,
sorry for you.
It'll be hard to wake up in the morning, but I'm going to deal with it.
The bastards are lucky I did.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Let's get a little closer.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here.
Oh, you asshat!
On these our swords we swear.
You swear nothing.
Over here! Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
More dragons.
Worse. The Imperials aren't taking any chances.
Oh, for once I'm not going to get 5.
I can't say I'm flattered.
Over here!
Fail Her Majesty.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point, that this land is in dire need of cleansing.
I think we should call it your grave.
This one.
Go for it! All yours, Torvald.
So wait.
Found her. There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
God damn it.
We finish him.
Clive, you were distracted.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked.
We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud! Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
And I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue.
How are you gonna fit that in my mouth?
You would mock me as well?
Pay attention.
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to her serene holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster. She was always a monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Yours.
By your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
I'd say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustenus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
And I can't save yet. Oh, yay.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
I don't like Vivian. I haven't bothered to show you guys the... This is what the, Is that Leviathan? Did I get all of Leviathan's stuff? Oh, no. What? Ultima? Huh. Yeah, it looks like I got all of Leviathan's stuff. When you start, you have the access to the inner ring, which is technically Ifrit and Phoenix. And then slowly, as you unlock them, these open up. And apparently, when you beat the game, you get Ultima. And I don't remember getting this. And clearly, it's not part of my stuff. It's pretty, though. That was not what I was trying to do. That also wasn't what I was trying to do. All right, let's get a puppy in here. I think I'm going to take the easy way out on the final treat. Coda the butcher, dude. Do you want a treat? Does that puppy want a treat? Coda! Coda, 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 Coda! Papaduda! Coda! You go come over here and get a treat? Is you not going to get on the bed because Ducky is there? Coda the pooch. It's okay. Come here. Oh my goodness. Come here. Come here. Will not get on the bed because there's a ducky on it. This is why I say I'm going to take the easy way out. Wait, before I give you the rest, can you tell everybody good night? Is it good night? Good. Okay. Yes, easy way out. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all of your support. And thank you very much to both of my mods. I appreciate y'all so very much. Sleep tight. Don't let the Fae bite. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Coda looks like she's going to eat that ducky up. Good night.